Vegas, champ. It
Thanks,
seems
bud.
like every fighter, I'm assuming, would want a one-day fight here. You're on the poster, you're on the big event. How does it feel to have finally like really made it like fighting in Las Vegas?
Yeah, it's good. I've never fought in Vegas before, but everyone, that's one of my goal places to fight. So, last year I got to fight at MSG, and now I get to fight in Vegas. So it's ticking off a couple. So it's exciting.
Excellent. And this is Vegas, the whole lucky seven. You're on 6-5 win streak, 6 finishes. How do we make it 7 against a household name like Thiago Santos?
Just kind of do what I do, fight at my best, and I'm always improving. And yeah, I think I can beat Thiago anywhere, and you just have to find out on Saturday night.
Excellent. One thing I would want to find out is with this big win, you're in Vegas where money just flows. We're seeing Porsches. Are we going to just keep that lifestyle up with like the big wins?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have a little bit of money for once and not be struggling. But I don't think I'm too silly with my money. But we'll see what happens.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Rob, what was your first purchase after the big win?
I mean, just recently when I got back to Denver, I bought a Porsche. Last year I was just renting cars all year, and it was a pretty big hassle. But I got just a Porsche Macan to drive around in Denver. But after the win, I went to Mexico for a holiday for 2 weeks. So they're the only two things I've kind of splashed out on.
It was a long year last year, away from your family, been in Denver the whole time. How nice was it to go back and kind of chill and see the family?
Yeah, it was so good to get home. It felt like it went very quickly though, and then all of a sudden I had to fly back because we were starting again on April 1st. But yeah, especially going home for summer and getting out of Denver during the winter was very nice.
I've seen a couple of interviews that say you still feel like you're disrespected and you're not getting the respect that you deserve. Where's that coming from?
Just a little bit in I know there's lots of websites that do like the world rankings, and I've won a world title in one of the major promotions, and as you said, I'm undefeated at light heavyweight. I'm on a 6-fight winning streak, but all finishes, and then still I think sometimes some of the rankings had me down at like 30 or whatever. So I think fighting Thiago is really good for that, and just to fight a big name like him and get a big win over someone who's been ranked in the top 5, top 10 for such a long time kind of helps me shoot up my kind of rankings. And yeah.
There's a big free agency signing. Are you excited that you're the first person to fight him, or did you kind of want to fight somebody else and fight him down the line?
It goes both ways. I was excited when he was signed. I remember when he signed, and I was like, yes, these are the fights I want. So fighting someone like that this year is going to be great for me. Obviously, it would have been cool if build up and we were fighting the finals or something as a huge fight, but at the same time, that might not have happened. Maybe he lost fights or whatever, and then beating him wouldn't have even seemed like as big a deal. So fighting him straight away, welcoming him to the PFL as champ, I think that's exciting. And obviously, it's a big fight. Thank you.
Have your teammates or coaches treated you differently now that you're champion, either good or bad?
Yeah, Chris treats me worse. Look at him; he's flipping me off right now. He doesn't listen to me anymore. But no, I think I don't feel like anyone treats me any differently, or my life's changed like that in my personal life at all.
Do you feel like you have to train harder now that you're champion, just because you have that title kind of over you? Like you've got to prove to people either in the gym or people watching that this is how a champion trains?
I think a little bit. I think I know I have to keep improving to kind of retain that belt or go back to back. So I'm always looking to see how I can train better or smarter or harder, and just any ways to keep improving as a fighter.
Yeah, you have so many wins via KO or TKO. Do you consider yourself a power puncher? And for those who don't know, could you describe the feeling of the knockout?
I definitely think I've got power to finish people. I know earlier in my career, lots of those TKOs were on the ground and pound. And now that I've moved up to light heavyweight and just solely worked on my striking a lot, I know I've got the power to put people away. The knockout last year in the final was, it was a bit strange because it was a stoppage between rounds. So I've never experienced that before. So it was kind of like, I don't know, it took a while to kind of sink in because I know I putting it on him and almost finished him at the very end of the second round, and then obviously he couldn't come out for the third. But yeah, I think it's nicer finishing someone without it being between rounds.
Last question for me. I saw on Instagram and other social media, you seem to have a thing for cheeseburgers. Are they your favorite food? And if not, what is your favorite?
Yeah, just all sorts of burgers are probably my favourite sort of food to go like have a cheat meal, and burgers and chocolate. Yeah.
I don't know. Thank you.
Hi, Rob. You're riding a 6-fight winning streak, and you're looking to make that 7 against a high-profile Thiago Santos. What excites you most about this matchup and someone like that? Is it the name value, or what is it?
Yeah, definitely. He's a very good fighter. He's a top 10 guy in the world, and as well as he's a huge name, and that really excites me to, as I said, like I want to start being considered one of the best light heavyweights in the world, and you need to beat people with big names and who up at this level to kind of do that. So it excites me that I get to prove that on April 1st.
Thank you.
Is everybody all set? All good to go? Awesome. So you're good.
Cool. Thank you.